This blessed assurance control, the Lord hath regarded my helpless estate, and hath shed his own blood for my soul. But Lord, haste the day when my faith shall be sight. The clouds be rolled back as a scroll. The trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, oh my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. This room was meant for that. Hello. While you were away, I got the rice going. I washed my hands, washed my cutting board, and then I got out some more of that sausage that we had the other day. Remember, it was pork and venison? And I only did I'm not taking these people to raise. This time I only used like half the package. So how much is this going to cost me? It's rice, and so about half the package of this. And then this is just for flavor this time. This is not a meal, so look how I chopped it kind of small. Then, the other night, chicken breast was on sale at Kroger's, so I got some packages of chicken breasts, and I chopped up 2 chicken breasts. But same thing, look how small the pieces are. Same thing. Let me wash my hands here. So, I got to introduce you to one of my new friends in the cooking department. I love this guy. My little new electric skillet. I've been using these for the last couple of years, and it turns out that I love it because you can set the temperature. Most people, when they have a problem, they're cooking at the wrong temperature. And they're afraid of high temperature cooking. I don't know why. But you see what I do with this one. I'm not afraid of high temperature cooking. And the bottom has stayed firm all these years, and so it's fine. This one I just turned on to about 350. You can cook eggs in these. The only thing is, one night I tried a pizza in it, and that didn't work. But I've done pasta in these, and it works. And the thing costs like 20 bucks. I put too much oil in that. The thing costs like 20 bucks. So when it gets messed up, you throw it away. Okay, now I'm ready. See where I'm going here? We're just going to brown all this stuff off, and then I'm going to be ready to mix it all together, and all will be well. I finally had that eviction happen last week. Oh my God. Poor old lady. She came here from the Adult Protective Services rescued her from her hellion kids. And somebody who was a friend of one of our marketing guys, oh wait, that's going to take a little bit of practice. You're not going to be able to do that the first time. Oops, this guy never got cut. In fact, I determined that I was going to learn how to do this with a pot when I saw it on the cooking shows because they act like it's so hard. I'm washing my wooden spatula. They act like it's so hard, I said, I'll bet I can do it. And I was determined, and I just practiced it a while, and I could just, in your case, you're going to turn this with a spatula, or in this case, your wooden spoon. So they took this old lady away from these hellion kids of hers, and they put her in here literally in the dead of night. They moved her in literally in the dead of night. And sure enough, she called her hellion kids. And there's been an aggravation ever since. 4 people living in a 1-bedroom apartment, the old lady supporting them all. How embarrassing for those people. What kind of people do things like that? Take her Social Security check away from her, keep her drunk all the time, smoking cigarettes by the cartons. So I finally got into that apartment this week, earlier this week. I finally got into that apartment. You can guess what it looks like. The only thing that would be worse is if they had cats. And the poor lady had to go somewhere else, and God bless her on her way. Let's see what we're doing in the rice department. About 3/4 of the way through the cooking of the rice, I opened the pot and stirred it all the way down to the bottom so it doesn't scorch. See what I got here. Isn't that? See there? That's a pretty color. Yep, get that right. Fine. If you put too much water, your rice gets sticky. If you don't put enough water, then your rice is too crispy. It doesn't cook. But just practice it a few times. Let me find a fork here and give that a little taste. Turn the fire off because I think that's done. Can you see the color? Like an Easter egg. I think if I let it sit in its own heat for the next few minutes. Yeah, I think it's fine. Turn this one back on. And now we can put them together. That's simple. See how fast this thing browned up for me? So I don't know what to do about that apartment. The problem is, it's so bad that I wanted to just hire a professional turning company to come in and take care of it. I did not want to have to ask my own workers to go in there. And the reason is because when I went in that apartment, sure enough, sitting right on the counter was a sharps container where people put their used needles after they took their diabetes injection or whatever. I'm washing my cutting board again right now because I just chopped chicken on it. So if there's a sharps container on that counter, what makes me think there's not a sharp somewhere in that apartment? And then the big bosses wrote back, no, we don't want to spend the money. Make your workers do it. Well, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to go get most of it myself because I'm ashamed and embarrassed to ask somebody to even go in there. Much less, I'm afraid if there's a sharp in there somewhere, what might happen. There you go. Everybody come together now. Everybody come together. There you go. everybody's going to be all right. Now, often you see me get all excited about Tabasco sauce and cayenne pepper and black pepper. I'm not going to get that enthusiastic this time because the turmeric is a unique flavor, and I don't want to hide that unique flavor. You know, if I started using this thing, you might get an idea of what I'm talking about. What do I have here? This is, the heck is that? That is half a teaspoon. Alright, so that's the half a teaspoon measure. Let's see if I want to use all of it. So this is what I think I have, you can see it? This is what I think I have left still in the teaspoon. So what would you say? I used a quarter of a teaspoon in that pot? I think I will use some more. No, I think I'm going to use the cayenne pepper. You see, just not as much as I usually use. And I'm going to go back with the half a teaspoon measure again. So I think I'm going to do that apartment. Well, what I'll do is haul out the trash, and then we can call the carpet cleaners and stuff. So that's a quarter of a teaspoon. Oh no, not nearly. Not nearly. That was the quarter of a teaspoon measure. And look, I barely used any of it. So that gives you a hint of how much we're talking about. So if I can get the trash out of that apartment and then call the professional carpet cleaning people, then that might be the way to go. Oh, salt. Rice takes a lot of salt. I think we're done, kids. A beautiful pot of yellow rice. Not complicated. Look at that. Isn't that special? Didn't scorch my other pot. Mix it all together.